Alright, let's cut to the chase and talk about one of the most earnest things, no pun intended, that I've seen in quite a while. This is directed by the same guy who made The Big Bad Fox and Other Tales, which is slowly becoming one of my favorite animated Christmas films. But before that, he worked on this little cute flick that came out in 2012 known as Ernest and Celestine, a movie that I wanted to shed some spotlight on. It's a nice comfort watch that gets better once Ernest and Celestine become roommates. The best stuff about this movie is in its presentation. I mean, look at this beautiful 2D animation. And another thing that the film does really well is have some neat world building, particularly when it comes to the mouse world. I got a real chuckle when the mice were using mouse traps to get buff, or when they got this huge mouse trap to use as a way to execute Ernest. Little jokes like that I think were cute, but I think my favorite one is the explanation from the Bear family that owned both the candy shop as well as the dentistry, which is why their kid has to make sure he can't have candy. I mean, that's just smart business right there. Of course, the movie does have issues, like the first act has some problems with its pacing, but I also felt very disconnected while watching the first act. I don't really know that much about these characters, and I think it's missing that emotional connection between our two leads, which we at least get later in the movie. But even when we get to that portion of the story, I will admit that I believe the movie could have focused more on fleshing them out a bit better. As for the themes presented in the movie, I think the prejudice one is decently handled and didn't come across as forced, but I could see how some might consider the conclusion to be a bit heavy-handed, except I wasn't bothered by it, but that could be because I was more absorbed into the message of friendship, how this unlikely pair connect with one another in spite of the world around them. Both of them are very charming when you get to the second and third act. It's just the first act that could have been a little bit sharper in defining them. Overall, I think this movie feels like a great film to watch while snuggled up on the couch at night. Here's hoping you enjoy it and get swept up by the beautiful animation, the imagination, and the wholesome second act. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and also like and subscribe. But, as always, watch, connect, and grow.
I'm Celestine.